All right. Hey, do you know what this is? This is a card that we're using for our seniors. Um, we're starting a new program for our seniors. I'm going to share a little bit about it. Hey, if you are planning on attending church this Sunday, we're excited about what's going to be happening. So I'm going to just give me a couple minutes to cover what's happening this Sunday. I hope you're having a great week. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Compassion Center, an email that we're sending out tomorrow morning. Some of you got that email yesterday just about some changes with the Compassion Center that are exciting. The program that involves this orange card and just a couple of other reminders as well. So, hey, my name is Josh Taransky. I'm pastor at Haven City Church. Thanks for tuning in. I'm in the Compassion Center. We just wrapped up our Friday morning food distribution, and it was rainy. And so our team of volunteers did an amazing job of getting the food out the door early to those who are in need. Let me just talk a little bit about this orange card. This is a new program. This is a new program that we're doing at the Compassion Center. It's a big step for us. We have been feeding our neighborhood and surrounding neighborhoods since the beginning of COVID, even before that, going back to 2018. And we now have about 500 households that we serve every week. The line's gotten longer. Many people who are on food stamps, their amount that they're receiving has been cut down by about 90%. And so the line now goes around the block across from the Compassion Center, and people are starting to wait in line between 4 to 5 hours before we give out the food. And in that line, we have those who are seniors, not just 60 years old, but we have people who are like 85, 86 years old in that line waiting to get food. We have those who are on disability, who are handicapped, veterans that are in need of food. And so our team has done a good job of trying to identify those who can't stand in a line for 5 hours and trying to move them up to the line, but we've solidified that program. And starting this week, we're beginning to screen and identify seniors and those who are on disability. So I spent time yesterday with another one of our volunteers, just sitting and meeting with seniors and reviewing their information, putting them into our database. And for each person that's approved, they will get a card that looks like this. This orange card will help us quickly identify who's been approved, move them to the front of the line, cross-check a list that we have, and serve them quicker. But it not only gives them priority, but it allows us to begin having a deeper relationship and a greater connection with these types of people. I had a great time yesterday sitting and talking with these different individuals. It's different from the interactions that I have with people as they're standing outside in the line, where the elements sometimes are harsh. This was much more relaxed, and that's what we want to do. And so this is our first program where we target and prioritize seniors and those on disability. From there, we'll look at the next program, probably working with families that have young kids. Oftentimes, those are immigrants new to the States, and we want to make sure that kids are not going hungry in our neighborhood. So thank you for supporting that. Those that volunteer, we just are so blessed by the financial contributions that come in to support this, as well as the volunteers that make this possible. So Compassion Center, let me just talk a little bit more about what's going on, big picture with the Compassion Center. We came here to plant a church. I planted Haven City Church and took on a management role of a relief center that's about 60 years old, owned by the Lutheran Mission Society. This is close to my heart. I love what we've been able to do in our neighborhood. I think that Jesus clearly taught that an expression of our faith is to care for the poor and the vulnerable. And the church has done that for 2,000 years. And I was hungry in planting a church. My desire was not just to gather a group that would worship Jesus on Sundays, but that we would look for practical ways to live out our faith Monday through Saturday. And the Compassion Center has made that possible. We've done a lot with food and clothing. But one of the things that we've learned is that it takes some money to be able to do this relief effort. And a small church that's growing in Southeast Baltimore, Haven City Church, it's not able to really pay the bills and allow the Relief Center to be fully funded. And it's difficult to go and raise money as a church for the Relief Center that's being ran and the other programming that we're doing. And so working with a group of outside coaches and mentors, as well as trustees and people that I trust in the church, we've decided to spin off, spin off the Relief Center, the Compassion Center work that we're doing, those efforts, as well as the transportation of food to our partner organizations around the city with the Food Access Coalition and the Men's Discipleship Home. Basically put all that stuff into a new nonprofit called the Bulwark. And so I'm working hard on that right now. I'm looking for people that can serve on the board. We're putting together our policies and our mission statement, our vision, long-term vision, what we're trying to achieve over the coming months and years. And so you'll hear more about that. Haven City's church still exists, and I'm pastoring that church full-time, and we're just standing up a new organization. One of the main reasons for that is I think that it can grow faster as an independent nonprofit. So we're working on how to relate the two, the church with the Bulwark, and to keep them closely linked together. And so if you're interested in more information, could you just kind of stay posted on that? And I will be looking for funding. So if you're interested in contributing specifically to the relief work we're doing in the city and the community work, please get a hold of us. We could definitely use the funding for all of that. So that's the Bulwark and the programming we're doing with the seniors. Let me talk a little bit about this Sunday. We've been going through Hebrews, and that's been fun. We're going to be in Hebrews 9 starting this Sunday. After church, we have our second membership class and lunch. A lot of you have gone through the first class. There's some of you that need to take the second and third class to take the next steps in the membership process. So last week we met and we talked about our church culture and our values. This coming Sunday we'll talk about our statement of faith and some of the ways that we interact with hot cultural issues, gender, sexuality, and politics, some of the other things that come up in culture and that the church will intersect with as it does life. And we don't want our members to be blindsided by the position that we take on those issues. So we'll talk again about statement of faith and those issues as well. So please RSVP through the church website. We need to know how many people are going to be there so we can get lunch. And that'll be class number 2 of 3 in our membership process. Also, the church pays every month for the Dwell Bible app. It's an audio Bible app. If you go and you try to subscribe on your own, you'll end up paying, I think, $40 a year for it. The church has gone and licensed 100 seats so that our church members can get access to it for free. The invite link is actually on the church website. You just go to the drop-down menu that says Dwell Bible app, and you can sign up through our church account right there. So it's a great audio Bible app. We have invested in that because we're serving a lot of people that struggle with literacy, and they're busy. They want to listen to the Bible in their car. So serves both of those groups, and we love what the Dwell Bible app guys are doing with their platform. So check that out. Also, if you're not on Slack, we use that as a group messaging tool. I'm going to try to re-emphasize that with our body. It's a great way for communication to happen throughout the week as a church. Those are my announcements. I'm excited to see you all this Sunday. Again, please RSVP for the lunch, the membership lunch, if you are going to be there. And reach out. Comment below if you have any questions, and we're looking forward to seeing you this Sunday. God bless.